Happy Sunday afternoon. I hope this finds you doing well. Hope you had a great 4th of July, Independence Day, Independence Weekend, and that everything's going good for you. And if it is, then you can hit pause and go on to the next, swipe up and go to something else, because this is for the people that right now maybe things aren't going so well. Maybe you're feeling stress and anxiety. It's Sunday afternoon, it's getting ready to be Sunday evening, and I know a lot of people don't sleep well on Sunday evenings. I know a lot of people that feel stress and worry over Monday mornings. And two of my friends called me this afternoon, and they are in that boat. And so I wanted to share a couple of thoughts I shared with them, in the hope that this touches at least one person and makes a difference in their life, and I hope that it does. And so both of these people, I shared kind of similar ideas. These are ideas that I've used personally. I mean, over my almost 3 decades in business, there have been times where I did not look forward to Monday mornings, and I had the stress and the worry and the anxiety. And it's a very predictable thing that happens to our body whenever we have this. It's our bodies release cortisol and norepinephrine and adrenaline, and those are the exact same chemicals that our body releases whenever the pack of dogs get after us. And our bodies are not designed to handle this stress and this worry and this anxiety on a continual basis, and yet many of us live like that, just day after day after day. And so there's a couple of things that we can do to get over that. One thing is to keep in mind that our percentage of thoughts on what we don't want should be like this, and our percentage of thoughts on what we do want should be like this. And unfortunately for many of us, that's not the case. Neuroscientists tell us that there's over 50,000 thoughts per day, and over 90% of those are the same thoughts that we had day after day after day, week after week, year after year, and so on. And so the way that we need to flip this is we need to create more thoughts on what we want and fewer thoughts on what we don't want. And what I have personally found to be the very best way to do that is by having a vision, a creative vision, an epic vision, a vision that inspires you and pushes you onward and upward to create more of what you want in life. And whenever we review that vision and we read it and we see it and we feel it as if it were real, then guess what? Then the percentage of our thoughts on what we want goes up, and the percentage of thoughts on what we don't want goes down. And that has a positive effect on our mind and our body. And whenever we think about things that we're grateful for, which would be a second step, the exact same thing that happens to stress and worry, anxiety, happens in reverse. And what I mean by that is that our mind starts releasing a different set of chemicals. It releases the dopamine and the oxytocin, the serotonin and the endorphins. And what happens there is that those are the happy drugs. And so we can become and we can be our own pharmacist. In fact, we are our own pharmacist. Just most of us are putting the bad drugs in our mind and in our body by thinking about the things that we don't want, worried about the future, stressed out about the past. And so we're living in that state of just continual unhappiness and unease, and for many people that eventually leads to disease. And so the idea of having a vision, something that inspires you, an epic vision for your life, something that pushes you onward and upward, that you can think about, that you can review, that takes your mind off the negative thoughts, would be step one. Step two would be having time where you spend daily in thinking about and really feeling and sensing what you're grateful for. And the third step would be journaling. The idea of putting your thoughts on paper on a daily basis, for some people might seem kind of goofy. I will tell you that it's a very, very powerful step to getting over stress and worry and anxiety, because what it does is stress and worry, we're just running. Just the thoughts are going. And it's hard to get off of those or to redirect them. By journaling and getting those thoughts on paper, then we can kind of see what's happening and make more sense of it, to a point that we can better control the thoughts and we can see the messages that we need to see. So if you're going through this, my prayers go out to you. I pray that God touches you. I pray that you find something or hear something and sense and feel something that can help you get through this. And I hope that this is what it is, because I don't want you to go another second feeling like there's no hope. And if this doesn't help you, then my prayer is that something or someone comes into your life that gives you the relief that you need. So good luck and Godspeed.